welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Triplex for our finale, or Carnivores Triplex Modders Engine Edition, for our finale of previewing the mod at this stage. So, in the options, we are still on the Direct 3D setting that lets it work, and we've density cranked to max. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into an observer mode hunt, turn on every single animal that we can, actually. We can't afford them all. But we're going to hop in and see just how much is really on the maps. Actually, I wonder if I can even do the... Maybe I'll try doing the reverse. Okay, no, I'll do the straightforward. Hop in, try to see all the ambient stuff, see how densely clustered Rebirth Valley is with the radar opened up, and try to find that pterosaur ambient so that way I can see the animations of it a little better, and see how I might be able to judge, like, how difficult it will be to tackle. But everything's looking pretty good, so let's hop in and get to this unique episode, because I don't think I've really ever done an observer mode episode through a lot, if not all, of my Carnivores series, actually, so Carnivores Triplex got special treatment for sure. Okay, so we're loaded up now. If we open up the map, the radar, it actually doesn't look as dense as I thought it would be for, like, population. But thanks to us being on observer mode, we should be able to go running around through the most of it and try to locate some of these. Like, well, already we have one of the Allioramises that we were constantly getting bombarded by. Hey there, bud. Yeah, you guys are a pretty common spawn on the map. We've also got... Okay, you're a Fabrosaurus. We do want to try to find that juvenile Labrosaurus, the spinophorosaurus. No, not a dryosaurus. There is still that one little theropod, green little Oh! And this is the pterosaur that took us down. We actually got a lot luckier than I thought we would with, like, trying to find it. So this is the Daubeny. I mean, he starts on the ground, but I think if he actually gets, like, triggered or enraged, that's when he flaps towards you, and I don't know if, like, his body's movements up and down, the hunters will really be able to deal with that well. Like, again, I wish there was a better way of being able to try to encounter these guys without having so much extra around them. But it is pretty cool to have a pterosaur as, like, one of the animals to be encountering. I might offset them and say don't make them aggressive, so that way the animations make them more of, like, a... you have to get them from afar with accurate shots. But, again, it's probably something I'd have to play test a bit more and see how they feel. I just don't have a good way... Actually, yeah, because you don't have access console commands either, you can't really use anything like that to test them out. Like I say, if they stayed at, like, more of a constant level, they might be easier, but I can't say at this point how these guys operate, like, once triggered at something. Right, like, right now, just wandering on the ground, he seems like he's pretty easy to try to get a shot or two on, but once you probably enrage him or provoke him, he gets airborne and then comes after you. Pretty nice texture work on him. I don't know, the eye feels like... It's kind of weird, because certain animals... It almost feels like the eye is a different part of the model, and it's a lot more crisp and clean to see it. Like, are you one? No, you've kind of got the eye blends in with the rest of the body. Let me try to see. I don't know if the dryosaur would have... can't tell if the Argentinosaurus would have that. The Allioramises might actually be a good example for what I'm looking for. Oh, actually, you still get scared off by me. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you're coming up there. Let's take a look at the Allioramises here. Maybe he'll be able to be, like, a good showcase of what I'm trying to talk to you guys about. Okay, are you going to stop for me, or are you just going to keep on walking? I think he's going to be a good example. Like, the eye seems a lot more sharp and crisp. Like, it doesn't blend in with the rest of the body. I don't know if it's just maybe because of the coloring on it stands out a bit more, but compared to wherever it went... Jeez, I already lost track of that Daubeny or whatever it's called. Oh, hi. Yeah, see, you're another good example where the eye seems like it's... Actually, you blink, don't you? I kind of wish you would stop moving for a moment, but I think this guy... The eye looks a lot more apparent compared to the rest of the textures of the body. But yeah, he does not want to stand still so we can get a nice preview of him. If he actually does blink or not. And all of a sudden we got quite... God, it's like the Alioramus multiply when you don't look at him. And I have no idea where the pterosaur... Oh, no, here he is. He's actually pretty small, so you could easily overlook him. But yeah, maybe you have to do a little bit more work to the eye just to make it stand apart more, but certain animals, it feels like it kind of blends in with the rest of the body textures on them. But then that's those guys. There's still one more ambient animal just to get the proper name of. And we've encountered it twice last episode. It did kill us once, but it didn't actually get registered as, like, a trophy animal or... an endemic you can hunt. I still don't know if we actually have a technical term for, like, the, huntable ambient animals. I was just calling them the endemic ones because they kind of fit for that moniker in the Hunter Legends Special Edition. I'm going to head up to try to see where some of these clusters are, take a look. But okay, there's another Fabrosaurus out there, but that's not what we're after. It's that little green guy who only gets provoked if you get in super close to it. But there are console commands where you could basically, like, turn on and turn off observer mode in the hunt, so... Say if you wanted to go up to certain animals and just, like, suddenly appear, go after them, turn it off, be invincible, you could. However, the Modders Engine Edition, I don't believe you have access to console commands anymore to do it. Okay, yeah, Spinophorosaurus. Let's take a look at the Sinosaurus's eye. No, his eye looks like it is... there's no separate modeling for it. God, I wish you guys would just be a little more calm and stay still. Every single one of you has to be active and moving. And again, I don't have a way to, like, just open up the console and pause everything's movements. Okay, well, I'm going to keep going up north because there is a few clustered together there. But yeah, I do not know, like, exactly what's going on Mars Engine Edition and, like, how it wants to run. This one, it shouldn't work, but it does, so I figure before I keep covering it and what other weird quirks or things or twists happen, I'm just going to give this as a nice preview of Triplex at its current state, and then go back to an older Carnivores mod that I know does operate properly with, like, Direct 3D, and shouldn't run into too many issues with it. Okay, so, oh, we got a couple of Stegosauruses. Looks like a vekisaurus, too. There's supposed to be a fourth thing here. That's 3. Oh. Okay, so none of you guys are what we're looking for either. You know what? It might actually be better go back to the south where I was, because the center area is really clustered up again. And the Modders Edition mods, I have a feeling all of them you're going to want to play on default density, not the maximum like I've set a few series up to be. The reason for that is because just so much starts spawning in that you don't have the ammo unless you give yourself, like, triple ammo to offset it. I mean, we saw in the special edition just how nuts some areas could be with high density. I would have shown you guys how crazy Site X could be. Actually, I don't know if I was able to show you guys Site X with, like, the high density setting or not. I might have, I can't remember at this point. Again, I still, as soon as I hear of a fix or solution to the 5-minute crashing, I'll be sure to bring us back to Hunter Legends just to try to, maybe even 1 or 2 episodes of trying to clear the Site X challenge a bit proper. Oh, here you are, little Spinosaurus. And yeah, we'll go back. Because the Modern Edition engine is a community project and undergoing that, it's a lot of trying to reverse engineer the engine, but then also expand on its potential to allow new stuff to be done. And that takes a lot of time and effort. So it's definitely something I can understand why it's not completely stable, and there can be quirks and issues here and there. Must remember to have patience with it, because a lot of it is new territory trying to make two different things want to mesh properly in a way. Yeah, and there we're oh, no, that's just the Fabrosaurus again. Okay, yeah, like, the middle area, I know the British bloke was always talking about, like, how nuts the map is to load in when you, like, drop into this. And because of all the Alioramus spawns, I'm kind of surprised how many there are in number of them. I don't know if it's because, like, they're an ambient variant? Maybe that's why there's so many of them. But yeah, they are easily a dominating number here. That's another Fabrosaurus out there, isn't it? Nope, dryosaurus. Okay, well, we got the juvenile Labrosaurus, and you do appear on radar. Another Alioramus down there, but we'll try going down to that cluster of quite a few to the southwest. I still want to see what that last little green theropod is. I think it appears on radar, but it's strange that it doesn't have any points or... No, that's just a Meganophosaurus. That's just a general ambient. We got you guys. Yeah, the spinophorosaurus is there. A couple of stegosaurus. Okay, so it looks like what we're looking for isn't over here. Maybe I'll try working my way out to the eastern corner where we encountered it the very first time, and it actually took us down because I went into it completely blind in a way and wasn't paying enough attention. Oh, you actually have a little resting animation. I didn't realize. Yeah, those guys, with a little bit of the extra detail they have, stand out a bit more. And it's not you. We've encountered you plenty of times now. I've just got to keep working southeast. We'll have something else in sight in a bit here. And yeah, unfortunately, this is as quick as I can go running through the map right now. I do like Rebirth Valley. It feels quite big, which is great to have for... well, a lot of the Carnivores maps. It seems... oh, hello there, Laura Titan. Yeah, we didn't quite get to see the two variants of them. I think we only got one of them. And... there's something up this way. I still gotta keep going east, but I should be able to just look up and spot whatever that is. Argentinosaurus. Looks like another Spinosaurus. Yeah, keep going there. I am very looking forward to how Carnivores Triplex keeps developing and continues going through updates, because the foundation is very solid. The roster, I do feel like the Allura Titan and the Stegosaurus have stepped a little bit away from that general theme of the others, but it could be that maybe there's going to be more attention to the others, as, again, they're just like a preview of the starting changes and that brought in. It's interesting to see there are already ambience and things developed for the Modern Edition engine version. Okay, just another Alioramus. Jeez, I think that's like the 4th or 5th one just this hunt alone. Oh, well, there's another one there. Yeah, they've got them loaded on the map. But great foundation. With having this little ambient pterosaur, that Ostrodovenator, or whatever it's called, it does set up for the Utah Pajara, which I think they're bringing in as... I think they had it that's going to be like the last... It's going to take up the T-Rex AI slot, or that's kind of where it would be, is it's a stand-in for a Rex. And then the Dinokairos is going to be a bonus animal, or fit the bonus animal slot. I think that's how it's going to go. Don't quote me for certain on it. It's just from trying to go over the credits in that for the mod. Yeah, it's great to see modders embracing the Mars Edition engine, trying new stuff out, experimenting with it a bit. It just shows you, like, how much base concepts can really get pushed and just expanded on to create really interesting, engaging content. Okay, so what is over here? Is this the little thing that we're looking for? Or is this something else entirely? It's supposed to be directly north of us now. I don't think it's supposed to be the Spinosaurus, is it? Oh no, it's a Oh no, it's a Sarcosaurus. It's actually been a little while since we've seen one of you guys. I kind of thought you might have been a little more common on the maps, but... not really. And that's another Allura Titan. And just want to check the west, because we do have a couple of things here. Of course, it's when I'm trying to find them. Yeah, I don't have any luck so far. I'm not sure what this last little theropod is, and we've actually been out walking around for quite a while here. That's just Fabrosaurus up there. And a Tetradophis, I think. I'm going to try taking a run way up north. Just because there is that one little green dot all on its own. I doubt it's what I'm looking for, but maybe we'll get lucky. But as I stated, I think the start of the week, I'm going to do Carnivores Divergent as the next series, just because when I put in the put out the post asking for your guys' suggestions or ideas to make a new Carnivores poll, out of the first 5 or 6, it was in at least half of the comments that came in, so I kind of leaned, you know what, we'll just tackle that and see how it goes. I also got suggestions for Carnivores New World, but that one I'm not as sold on. I think it's because the textures are a lot more out there than, like, a lot of the other Carnivores games. Like, there are these really bright neon colors, or they kind of look like they've bled brightness a bit. Like, I don't know if I'll tackle it or not. I'll see how Carnivores Divergent goes, because with it being another classic Carnivore style of mod, there's a very good chance it's going to be a long-running series. Like, look at Triplex. We've gotten 12 episodes of the base game, or the beta stage of the mod. And there were still 2 animals missing, a lot of areas missing, and maybe even different weapon roster. Okay, so what we're looking for should be by the water's edge, I think. Yeah, shit. No, that's just a Megapnosaurus. Okay, so that looks like another Sinosaurus. What is the one just a bit north of us here? I'll just take a look and see. Hopefully this is what we're looking for. Kind of doubt it with the odds against... Oh, no, that's just another Megapnosaurus. Actually, maybe I should get a closer look at it. Hang on. You do look like that... Okay, Sinosaurus right there, sure. But I think it... Okay, another Fabrosaurus. There. I think that actually is what we've been looking for. So it might be that it's a variant of the Megap. That's what it is. And it is on the radar as an animal. So this is the little guy that we've been having a few difficulty with, and it's actually a variant of the Megapnosaurus. And yeah, his AI is quite a bit different than the other one, so I don't know if there's maybe... one is meant to be a male, one's a female, or there's something different about that. But yeah, there's our usual that we're used to seeing, and you can see the colors are more of a lighter underbelly with the counter shading. And this one's the green, so mystery actually solved. We got to see the last one we were looking for. But I think with that, having shown off the little pteros... well, I say little, but it's actually probably a fair size. It's just it appears little from first person. Haven't gotten to see that, as well as all the other ambient animals on this episode. We are good to let Carnivores Triplex have a break, and we'll return to it later once it's further in its development. So thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of the series and this series as well. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. And hopefully I'll see you starting next week for Carnivores Divergent as the next series of Carnivores content. But until I do see you in that video series or in another episode, Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.